Matt Ryan, welcome back to Atlanta. Or I should say you didn't really ever truly leave,
No.
I don't feel like. Because I actually did some research.
Okay.
April 26, 2008, you know the date.
Yep.
Exactly 6,471 days ago.
6,471?
Yep.
Okay.
You received the call to come to Atlanta.
That's
for the
right.
first time. April 22nd, 2024, exactly 631 days ago, the two of us actually sat on the stage
Right here.
in this studio
Yeah.
to discuss your 14-year career here in Atlanta. January 10th, 2026, exactly 4 days ago, you were officially announced as the president of football for the Atlanta Falcons organization.
Yeah.
When I put it all in that way, what does that mean to you fundamentally to be a part of one organization, one city for as long as what you have?
How lucky am I? You know, you think of all of those days and the memories come back, you know, whether that's early on being drafted, however many days ago that was. I lost track of the numbers, but, you know, I can remember that like it was yesterday, being up in New York and getting that call and sitting around with my family at the table in Radio City Music Hall. Things have changed. My position has changed. The building has changed. We got studios like this. Like this wasn't here when I first got here.
The new weight room.
Yeah, the new weight
locker
room, the cafeteria. It's unbelievable, all of the changes that have occurred. But my love for the city, my love for this organization, that's never wavered.
So it's been, you know, a little over 2 years, I guess under 2 years, since you officially retired, signed the one-day deal. I'm kind of curious, though, in the time since you've left Atlanta, gone out on your own.
I never left. Like
you
I
never
still
know.
lived
I
here.
know,
I
that's
lived
true.
here the entire
Atlanta
time.
is your home,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
never truly left. But as you kind of ventured into new avenues of your career, how did kind of your next step of your career, the next chapter of your career, broaden your horizons of the broader NFL landscape, as well as the business of the NFL?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. You know, I think you live in a microscope as a player, and your attention is very focused on a singular task at hand. That's to go out there, that's to perform against a defense, you know, week after week after week. I think when you step away from it, and really my first year was interesting, being out of the game after I was done in Indianapolis. It was diving into calling games for CBS week after week after week. It was helpful to do that first because I was still in the mode of player, right? So it's matchups, it's very, you know, intentional about one specific matchup. But I got to travel to each different organization on Fridays, wherever the game was being played, and spend time in those buildings and get to meet, whether it's coaches, whether it's front office execs, GMs, et cetera, media departments, PR people. You get to know a bunch of people that, like, when you're a player, you're never exposed to it.
Right.
You know, you're doing your job all the time. So I got to see a bunch of different buildings. I got to see how different places operated. I got to watch different practices, different coaches, different players. So that part was really helpful. You know, and it made me appreciate being here in Atlanta because I know how great we do it, and it's not the same everywhere. The last 2 years, I think, has been really interesting because doing the studio show on the NFL Today at CBS, you've got to watch the entire league, you know, and you watch from a completely different perspective than you do as a player. You know, you get involved in the storylines and the contracts and the business decisions, and you get this feel for, you know, the league as a whole. And I think that's really been helpful for me, of having to week after week after week watch different places, talk about different transactions, talk about different coaching decisions, talk about firings, hirings, all of those things, and kind of digest the entire league at the same time. And it shapes, you know, your perspective. It's the first time I've viewed it as really from a fan's perspective in like 20 years, you know? And so I think it does shape your opinion in a different way. The last thing is you see how passionate fans are about it. And when you're in the media space and you're providing that entertainment outlet for the fans to see it, you get a lot of interaction and you know the passion. And so that's why we're here. Yep. We're here because and the studio's here because we've got this incredible fan base, not only here in Atlanta, but the NFL in general. And, sometimes it's not always easy to feel that as a player, right? Because you're so locked into what you're doing. But I think being removed the last 3 years in a different capacity has shaped my view on it a little differently.
So in this role, you're kind of the connecting piece of the organization, the way it's been explained. You're the intersection of ownership, of football decision, and also a little bit, to a certain extent, public accountability with the fan base, as you were saying. When all of that's in play, it's a lot of big moving pieces and parts. What becomes your true north as a decision maker, whether it be process-wise, structure-wise? What do you lean on when you're making decisions?
Well, I think you got to be prepared to be decisive. And I felt that way, in my playing career. I feel that way in my life. The better prepared you are, the more comfortable you are being decisive. And so, it's going to come down to process. I really think, when you get that right, and you go about it the right way, the wins and success usually follow the process being right. And so that's what we've got to focus on. We've got to focus on, making sure that we get the right people in the building, number one. And we're going through that process right now, and we're busy, and it's been fun to be a part of that. But, certainly you're trying to align vision amongst how I view it, how these coaches view it, and how a general manager is really going to view it, bringing those three together. But, really my role is to step out of it after that, and let the coaches coach, let the GM scout and pick and get those things done, offer advice and support where I can, and provide, guardrails for when we get off course, right? Hey, let's get back to what we should be focused on. I think that's the role I'm coming into.
As you mentioned, you're very busy, so I want to get you out of here. But last question that I have for you. You dropped by the facility and spoke not too long ago with the team. I believe it was when you were told that you were going to be in the Ring of Honor. And the basis of what you said, I actually went back and listened to it. The basis of what you said is that the city of Atlanta is like a locker room. It's a hodgepodge of different people, different perspectives, different backgrounds, and different walks of life all coming together. And you said what it means to be a Falcon is to understand that this locker room is the same as the city.
Yeah.
And that you have to go out and earn the city, earn her communities. From your perspective now as an executive, as the president of football, how does that message still live for you, and how does it help you maneuver into this next chapter of your career?
I stand by what I said. That's how I feel. You have to earn it. And I viewed that from the player's perspective every day. You've got to come in, you've got to earn everything in this league. Whether you're drafted third overall like I was, or you're undrafted coming in, whether you're a free agent, whether you've been here a while, every day you've got to earn it. And that's the same for all of us, myself included. I've got to do the best I can every day that I show up to this building. I've been, given an incredible opportunity by Arthur, and empowered with a lot of trust. But at the same time, he said it best today, I think, in the press conference is, when you're in those spots, you're really there to serve others and to help others and to provide support where you can. And that's what I'm going to try and do every day. I think one of the advantages I have is that, for lack of a better term, I've been a customer to a lot of the departments that are set up here in the building, and have a vision on how great they've done it, or maybe a few things we could alter here or there to help the players out. And so, I'll be able to share that, in a way that's maybe different from how it's been done before.
Well, again, I know you are very busy. You have some interviews you got to do. You got people you got to talk to. Your family's still here, probably running around somewhere. But thank you so much for sitting down with me, and I'm really excited that you're back personally.
I appreciate it. Thank you.